All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. I don't have a lot yet. As again, I'm waiting for. Finally, there we go. We've got a. There's no place for me to get the lineups anywhere, so I have to kind of wait. So I'll update the lineups as we're going. I do know that Jaime Barria, the Hanwha Eagles starter, is starting for Team Panama, and I'm gonna butcher names all tournaments. Sharon Martis is starting for the Netherlands, so I do have the starting pitchers at least, and I will put in the rest of the stuff kind of as I get it. But it'll take me maybe an inning or two to get everything, but we'll get it eventually. All right, so Panama versus Netherlands. We will start this very, very first game of the 2024 Premier 12. Those of you guys that aren't familiar, I basically I live here in Korea, and I am watching on Korean TV, listening to Korean broadcasts, and translating as the first pitch is fouled away, and we are, well, underway. So Muñoz is leading things off for Panama. The the camera work is very, very suspect, but I will do my best as that one is low and it makes it 1-2. So Muñoz in for. Again, I have plenty of stats and everything. We'll get it as it might have broke his bat there. And that one is wide. The camera angle is very, very poor. I basically almost see first to third base. So having to wait for any sort of thing as he hits that one, and it's gonna ate up the center fielder, but that's one away as he went over, stopped, and then ended up catching it way up by his chest. So one away here as Muñoz flies out to center field. All right, first pitch here is outside, ball one. Next up is, I believe they said Johan, but I don't have a Johan. Maybe. Johan Camargo. As that is swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Yeah, Johan Camargo. Not a lot of stats on a lot of these Panama. Jaime Barria is pitching, and as that is going to be a 3-hopper to the wall, and Camargo is going to have himself a 1-out double to get Panama's first base runner. Jaime Barria is pitching for Panama, and for the Netherlands is it where did it go? Sharon Martis. So I'm trying to get the everything set up as that one. Yeah. And then former Mets legend Ruben Tejada, and he'll take one off of the elbow pad and make himself on base. As quickly one runner on first with the hit by pitch after the double by Camargo, and Team Panama has got runners on first and second with 1 out. And that's going to bring up Gianni Santos. And I'm trying to get it, so I'll eventually have the actual lineups on the screen for you guys as I can get everything in there. As that one is in there for a strike. Again, there is no K zone. There is nothing like that, so I'm kind of having to wait. I have a little delay as I have to wait to either hear the call or to see it on the score bug, as that is in there for a strike. That didn't have to wait for that one though. Santos cleaning up here. Gianni Santos. And he fouls that one back and out of play. Keeps it at 0-2. So Gianni Santos. Again, not a lot of information on a lot of these players. Played last in the Panama in the Caribbean League 23-24 season. Only played 8 games, so there's not a lot of stats on. I want to say 4 or 5 of these Panama players. Is that one is lifted to left fielder under it, grabs it, coming to third, and he will not tag, and 2 away. Next up is Castillo. Luis Castillo. Again, once I get everything kind of set up, it'll go a little bit smoother. These lineups don't come out very quickly. They come out right at the broadcast, as that is in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. So Luis Castillo is another guy that has no stats as in the last year. He hasn't played in the last year. Some of these guys have no stats going all the way back to like 2019. Is that's going to be ripped into right field. Are they going to send him? They are, and he is out at home. As Carmago gets thrown out from right field to end the inning. They get 2 hits, a walk, but that'll be it. And the Netherlands escapes a first and second with 1 out. Not the greatest of throw, but it really wasn't particularly close, as the tag was made all the way up by the corner of the batter's box, the right-handed batter's box. So again, I will continue to get this stuff set up as much as possible. All right, Hanwha legend himself, Jaime Barria, out on the mound now. Oops, wrong button. One very interesting thing is Didi Gregorius. I'm sure most of you know him from his time with the Yankees. Is listed as a pitcher, and I'm not entirely sure why. All right. This is not going nearly as smoothly as I was hoping. Roberts. Mullen. Thank goodness I prepped a little bit. Gotta snap my picture. So Didi Gregoria will lead things off. So he is playing short. I don't know why they had them listed as a pitcher, but they did. Ramos, Mullen, Didi Gregorius leading things off. And the first pitch from Jaime Garcia is ripped foul, 0-1. Oh, Marikson? Marikson. I don't know why it says. As that's going to be chopped foul back into the netting. Not a lot of people in attendance for this game. There's about 5 people. It it reminds me. It really reminds me of the old 2020 season where there would be nobody in the stands at all, and when they were there, they were separated by about 6 seats in between. Is that is fouled away 0-2 still. All right. All right, and the 0-2 pitch misses low, doesn't chase the ball, it drops down out of the zone. And Paria had started really well for Hanwha, but then kind of just ran out of gas. Again, not a lot you can do for him considering he was a reliever and then got thrown in the middle. And then not only did he get thrown in the middle, he also got thrown in the middle with all the heat and everything. And that's going to go down as the first strikeout of the 2024 Premier League. And it's, of course, by Hanwha player. Very fitting, if you ask me. All right, that first pitch is ripped. Third baseman grabs it, tosses to first, and quickly 2 away. I do not have pitch counts. Unfortunately, I don't have pitch counts for anything. There's no pitch counts on these screens. I can't sit here and count, so can't tell you who has how many pitches or anything like that. And that first pitch is in there for strike 0-1. So Baria quickly strike out, and next pitch 5-3 ground on, and Jeremy Profar steps in. And that's way upstairs, 1-1. All right. If I can get the rest of Jeremy Profar. And fouled away. 1-2. And that's fouled back. Stays alive. 1-2. All right, the 1-2 pitch, and that's way in the batter's box. Very Hanwha Eagles himself. But it was a 1-2 pitch that brings it to 2-2 now. And Jeremy Profar is looking at the 2-2 count, 2 outs, and that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman to his left bobbles it, recatches it, throws. And that will be 3 away. We'll go to the second inning. It's 0-0, and I will do my best to get some stuff fixed. Again, I have to wait for the lineups to show up on the screen, snap a picture, and then put it in as the game is going on, which is why uh, it's just doesn't. It's not very quick at all. Eugen Denzel. Right, Patrick. Right, Patrick. No, center fielder. No idea. All right, so we're back again. I will get these lineups fully adjusted. You just give me a inning or two. So stepping up is Quizos. And next pitch is low, 1-1. There are not two outs. It's not switching on me. There we go. So Carlos Quiros. And that's going to be a grounder right back up the middle. And they've got another base runner as Panama with their third hit of the day and a leadoff single for Quiros. Gotta love getting a leadoff single from your number 6 hitter. All right, stepping up now is Ramos, and that is crushed. Goodbye. Left fielder doesn't even chase it. Goodbye. That's gonna put Panama up 2-0 as the huge shot by Ramos doesn't even just the left fielder turns, kind of looks and says, I ain't catching that. Goodbye, Mr. Baseball. That was middle. What up? Just crushes it, turns to the dugout, and just gives him one of those and then starts his trot around as the next pitch is in there for a strike. Mullen steps in, or Robert Mullen. Apparently there was this ball somewhere. Is that going to be a chopper? Gregorius grabs, throws, and one away. That's going to bring up Fernando Gonzalez. Fernando Gonzalez is a college player. Plays for Georgia. So hasn't even had a taste of some minor leagues or anything yet. That is in there for a strike. So Fernando Gonzalez plays for Georgia. I believe this is his last year for Georgia in the SEC. Is that's going to be a ground ball? Does he have a metal bat? Sounded like a metal bat, but that's going to be a chopper to the second baseman, and that'll be two away. That'll flip the lineup back over to Munoz, who led off the game with a fly out to center field. This game is flying way faster than I was expecting it to. Again, there look like outside of people actually watching the game, or sorry, outside of guys that are have cameras and scouting, it looks like there's about 25 people in the entire stands. Not a lot of excitement for this opening game, apparently, and so the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Might have got a little piece of that, but that makes it a and that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it, throws to first, and that'll be a third out. We'll go to the bottom of the second, but not before Ramos makes it 2-0. Panama. So a two singles and a hit by a pitch in the first inning, but a runner thrown out at home, and then here we got a single and a 2-run shot to lead off as Panama is offense is cooking. Defense, well, you got Hana legend Jaime Barria out there, so of course he went 1-2-3. That's fitting. All right, let's see if I can keep getting this lineup set. I would love if they would go a little bit slower. And I may have some of these names incorrectly. I was getting as much possible as I could, but obviously I'm limited, being that I am far from a professional. It's all right. So I believe we're back. So I'll tell you guys now. I'm gonna put this up. It is not necessarily correct, but these are the two lineups. I do not have the actual positions fixed just yet, so those are going to be a little bit off, but I'll get them fixed fairly quickly. Mago is third. All right, Hendrik Clementina steps in, the catcher. And first pitch is going to be a single. Actually, it's going to hop to the wall. And will he around? He will cruise into second base. And the Netherlands, with their first hit of the day, goes for two to lead off the second. And we'll see what happens here. I love the very different style of music in the background. You know, for Korea, I'm so used to like super upbeat music, but they're very subdued music in the background for the players whenever they get hits. All right, that's gonna bring up the other Shoop. No, I believe Sharon Shoop is his name, right? I hope. Charlin Shoop, as he fouls the first pitch out of play, and it's 0-1. And just misses outside. I I know they've said that they are doing the TrackMan and all that, but still not quite sure if they are going to be doing the ABS system that the KBO uses and the minor leagues use. As that is ball 2-1. Almost. All right, the 2-1 pitch, and that's going to be another base hit. Is that's going to cruise the second baseman, or the center fielder reaches over, grabs it, but he is going to cruise his way down in, and it will be 2-1. As Clementina with the double, followed by the single from Shoop, and it is now 2-1. This is the type of game I was expecting. Lots of hits, lots and lots of hits. And the chopper shortstop 6-4-3. And that'll help out. The 6-4-3 double play will put away the base runner. And more importantly, 2 outs for now for Jaime Barria. There we go. All right, stepping in now is Richardson. Denzel. It's usually the middle or end of December as that one is lifted. Center fielder going back, but's not gonna catch it. Goodbye. And Richardson, Mr. Denzel, ties it up at 2 on the solo shot to dead center. Barria having flashbacks of his KBO time. All right, and that is right down the middle. Strike 1. Oh, the 2-0 lead is now a 2-2 game. And in there for a strike. So Steen Vandermeer. Vanderveer. And that's going to be a chopper. Second baseman coming in, tosses over to second, and that will be 3 away. But they tied up on a double, a single, and a solo shot, and we will go to the third inning. It's tied up 2-2. Might as well be 0-0. right, back to my task at hand, trying to get these lineups. Already the third inning, and I still don't have the lineups done. It's Ramos, center field, Mullen, DH, Dallas is a catching. Yay! Panama is all done. Yeah, the Lamario. The only thing that they've announced, but it doesn't really need to be announced, is who when it starts and who's gonna host. The five playoff teams will host the opening weekend, except for Doosan. Doosan will not host because they share a stadium with LG, and LG finished higher, so it'll go to the number 6 spot. So SSG will also host opening weekend. All right, we should be coming back. Top of the third, two game. We'll have a good game here. All right, that's going to bring up Carmago. Carmago doubled in his first at bats, 1 for 1 here as he looks at ball one. Came around, did not come around to score. Actually, was thrown out at home to end the first inning as that one misses outside too, and it's 2-2, 2-0. And tries to frame it, but it's outside again. It looked like he tried to frame it, but again, I don't know. I'm so used to the KBO system with the all of the ABS system, so there is no framing, and that one doesn't need to be framed. That's going to be in there for strike 3-1. And that's in there also, and we're going to have our first full count of the day, ladies and gentlemen, from a 3-0 to an 3-2. And I'm almost done with the lineups as the time is called, and we'll reset. And swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1 for Martis. Goes from a 3-0 count to a strikeouts. Couldn't write it up any better at all. That misses outside. And the so loud because there's no fans, so you can hear every little thing as that one has popped up. Catcher throws off the mask, but I can't see anything. Don't know if he caught it. Don't know where it landed, but he did not catch it. 1-1. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I've actually got everything caught up now, and There we go. Tejada looks at the ball. 2-1 now. And a big swing and a miss there. 2-2. Ruben Tejada of famed Chase Utley slide. Ruben Tejada. And in the dirts. Another full count. Second straight full count here. And that will be a walk. First at bat, he was hit by a pitch. Second at bat, he walks, and he'll take the time. Yeah, I live in Korea. I am a Hanwha season ticket holder. I do, just because these pitchers are not very good, and especially, a lot of the Netherlands pitchers pitch in the Dutch league, which is obviously very, very different. Yeah. No. This year they were eighth. They. All right. That misses outside. And they just spent how much money for a number 4 starter with Omsong Baek and Shimu Jun, as that's going to be a ground ball past the diving third baseman into the corner. Tejada will cruise into third base, and he'll have himself a 1-out double for Santos, and runners are now on second and third. Johnny Santos. The amount of paperwork I have in front of me. Yeah, 2022. Or sorry, 2021 they finished 10th, 2022 9th, 2023 8th. This year, maybe. Yeah. I said yeah. I don't think the pitchers are very good for either one of these teams. All right, Luis Castillo, he singled in his first at bats. Maybe he gave him a double. No, as that's Mrs. Lowe, 1-1. As that's going to be a chopper. First baseman's going to grab it, but Tejada is going to come home, and that will be an RBI groundout as Panama takes the lead back on the groundout from Castillo. So yeah, I think it will. Now it's ready. It's 3-2, and we're only in the third inning here. So the bullpens is where it's going to get kind of rough here. And that's in there for a strike. Star Mother. 한국 사람이에요? And that's going to be chopped foul from Quiros. He singled in his first at-bats, came around to score on the 2-run shot by Ramos. And that's going to be another single. That might be 2, as that's going to slowly roll, and another run comes home. 네, 한국말 해요. And a RBI double for Quiros as Panama moves it back up 2. 네, 그래서 한국어로 쓰면 괜찮아요. 읽을 수 있어요. 이해했어요. All right, so that's going to bring up Ramos, already a 2-run shot in his first at bats, and pops that one back and out of play. 0-1. Well, well. All right, the 0-1 pitch to Ramos. Got to be careful, obviously, is a swing and a miss there makes it 0-2. Ramos on the season, Dodgers Double-A affiliate. He is a massive, massive home run hitter. 17 home runs on the season for the Dodgers at their Triple-A, but also 172 strikeouts. So he is a definite strikeout threat. Is that one? Ooh, they catch him looking on the corner. Definitely don't think that was a strike. But the umpire called it. That tells me right there that there is no ABS system, and we will go to the fourth inning as Panama. Sorry, the bottom of the third as Panama gets their 2 runs back. And, 아니요. 미국 사람이에요. Struck him out looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I got too many hits. 아니요. All right, Panama retakes the lead on 2 doubles and a walk as they're able to get a ground out into a run, and then obviously the double following scored another one. That'll bring up. I don't know who is the number 9 hitter for the Netherlands. I really have absolutely no idea. It says Didar, but I don't have that person. Ditter? Maybe Ray Patrick? Ray Patrick Ditter. I'm going to go with Ray Patrick Ditter. Let's go with that. All right. So Barria will be back out on the mound. 네. 엄상백하고 심우준 계약했어요. Ray Patrick Ditter out on 아니요. 엄상백은 아마 4번, 4번, or 4번, 5번 Sunball Tusu. As that one misses outside, 1-0. I'm pretty sure there's more people working the game than there are people watching the game. And that's outside, 2-0. They are using the pitch clock, though. I do like that, as I can see the pitch clock going over in the side. And that's Mrs. Lowe, 3-0. This will be the first time I've actually broadcasted a game that has the pitch clock. The KBO will have a pitch clock next year. As that is going to be ball 4, and he walks the leadoff batter. 네, 근데 비 홈런 너무 많아요. KBO u.s.a u.s.a. All right, so that's gonna bring up Didi Gregorius once again. Marikson as what they're putting on the screen. There was a pitch. I don't know what it was though, because it's not on the score bug. Oh, there we go. It was a strike. As Baria checks over on Ditter over at first. Again, I have some stuff, but I don't have a whole lot on a lot of these guys. That just don't have a lot of information on them. As that is crushed, but foul. He was just ahead of that. Otherwise, that would have been out of the stadium. It might have been out of the stadium anyway, but foul. All right, the 0-1 pitch to Didi. Baria from the sets, and that's going to be ripped foul, and it's going to be 0-2. So Gregorius struck out in his first at bats, struck out to lead off the inning and for Baria, and since then he has been giving up some hits. All right, the 0-2 in the dirt, and it's 1-2. Changeup went about 55 feet before getting a little dirty. All right, the 1-2 pitch, and that's going to be ripped into right field. Ditter's going to move over to seconds, and they will have runners on first and seconds with nobody outs. As Panama took the 2-0 lead on a two-run shot, gave it back up on a double, a single, and a solo shot, and then took it back with a walk, a double, a ground out, and a double. And right now they're looking like they might end up losing the lead again, as they've got runners on first and second with nobody out here. And the number 2 hitter, Jonathan Shoop, I believe it's Reds legend. Looks like a bunch of Reds fans behind him. And the Panama, I'm gonna guess that's in there for a strike. Looks like some people are starting to fill in finally. I imagine there will, again, there's 2 games here in this stadium today. Is they'll have this game, and then little bits later they'll have the Venezuela versus Mexico game. It looks like a couple of fans, Mexico fans, hanging out in the stands. As that's popped foul, makes it 0-2. So I will bring you all 3 games. I might be a little late on one of them. It just depends on how quickly things move. So you have this game. It is almost 5 o'clock here in the morning for us in Korea. Sunday morning, 4:48 right now. That is a swing and a miss, and that will be his second strikeout of the day, and that's a big one, as now a double play will get him out of the inning. Loves his slider, throws it more than any other pitch. And that's going to bring up Profar. Jeremy Profar with the back pocket hanging out. I don't know why it says it's 1-0, because he definitely just fouled that off. So 4-3 ground out in his first at bats. The DH for the Netherlands. way in the other batter's box. Makes it a 1-1. Oh, it's not 2 balls. He fouled the first pitch off. What are they talking about? He fouled the first pitch off. How can it be 2-0? Are these announcers, are these Korean announcers even watching the game? All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch to Profar from Ibaria, as that one is going to be lifted. It's going to go right fielder in front of the warning track, grabs it. He will move over to third. He moves the runner up, but with 2 outs now, Baria is 1 out away from getting out of a first and second with nobody out situation. And that's going to bring up Clementina, who doubled and scored a run in his first at-bats, all the way back in, last inning. Led off last inning with the double, came around to score on the Shoop, the Shoop single. I didn't even put down that he had an RBI. Oh, awful high. All right, first pitch sets up in the other batter's box, and that's exactly where he throws it, and it's 1-0. And fouls that one off out of play down the right field side, and it's 1-1 now. Like, finally, again, you got about 12, 15 people in the kind of, so it looks like the front part of behind home plates is scouts and maybe family or something. And then as that one is lifted, second baseman giving lots of chase. There is a ton of room in foul territory. I mean, an absolute ton of room in foul territory. It looks like foul territory is, 70, 80 feet wide. Pitcher's dream to have that much space over there. All right, the 1-2 pitch to Clementina. Again, runners on first and third with 2 outs here. And a swing, that's going to be a chopper. Third base grabs it. He'll go to first and out. As the 5-3 putouts will end the third. We'll go to the fourth. It is 4-2 Panama. So get a walk and a single, but nothing to go for. It's as leaves runners on. They do the best Hanwha they possibly could. Wearing orange, they figure, hey, let's do the exact same thing Hanwha does. And we'll not score any runs with runners on first and second and nobody out. They will have Mullen will lead things off for Panama, followed by Gonzalez, and then they'll flip the lineup back over to Munoz. So Panama offense is clicking. Barria's pitching fairly well. He's given up some base runners, but not much besides that. Panama versus Netherlands. All right, so we should be coming back. I think I got these backwards. It is strange seeing such nicely kept grass in our outfield. Looks like we've got somebody warming up in the bullpen for the Netherlands, as Martis is probably running close to 60, 70 pitches at this point. And again, Mullen leads off, and that's first pitch swinging, and that's going to be a liner right to the left fielder. And one away. One pitch, one out. That will help your pitch counts whenever they've got the bullpen up and working. That's going to bring up a Gonzalez. Gonzalez grounded into a 4-3 ground out back in the second inning. He's 0 for 1 on the day. And that's in there for a strike right down the old middle. Fernando Gonzalez, again, he is the college player out of the SEC. That's going to be a ground ball. That's going to get past the third baseman. Gonzalez is going to round first and cruise into second base with a 1-out double for the college senior. All right, Munoz steps back in. Edgar Munoz played in the last he played 4 games last year in the Panama in the, I believe, the Caribbean League or Caribbean League, as he looks at ball 1, 1-0. Has an amazing, absolutely amazing beard though, as it's looks like an old wise man beard with either the earliest graying in the world or a little help, as that's 1-0 now. It might be that old. It is a very, very white beard. Face does not say it, beard does. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be a chopper. Third baseman running in on it, grabs it, and not going to be able to do anything as Munoz flashes the speed, and he'll have an infield single, and that puts runners on first and seconds with 1 out. All right. Camargo steps in. Again, another one of these Panama players that really don't have any stats. I believe 2023, 2024 was the last time. But he only had a very limited, very, very limited play. As that is a strike, apparently. A double in his first at-bat, struck out in his second at-bat, hitting 1 for 2 on the day in the number 2 spots. And that's outside, 1-1. All right, the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be jumping the second baseman, and they're going to bring him home. Nope, they're going to hold him up because they know what happened last time. He would have been gunned down, and they've got the bases loaded with 1 out after a double and 2 singles. That single almost took Munoz's legs off as he had to jump over it, so that little nutmeg jump over it, does the splits, and goes into right field. But Richardson was coming up gunning, and he would have been out by about 5 feet at home if he would have gone. So we've got the bases loaded for Ruben Tejada as there's a mound visit. Nope, not a mound visit. We're going to have an actual pitching change. So, yeah, the first pitching change of the 2024 Premier 12. And actually, I guess this is the very last Premier 12. As after this year, they'll go to the Premier 16. Oh my. I am not used to being up at this time. A very, very different situation. As again, normally I'm broadcasting the KBO, which is a 6:30 p.m. start time, and some of you are joining me for that. But yeah, let's see who our new pitcher is. Is Martiz obviously exited the game? Not a good day for him. But we get maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Still waiting for them to come back. Spo TV Prime Live. I guess we can get rid of his strikeouts because he's not going to get any more. All right, Kevin Kelly out on the mound now. Kevin Kelly out on the mound. Last played in the Mexican League for Monterrey. 16 games, 11 starts, 1-3 on the season with a 4.67 ERA. 52 innings, 39 strikeouts, 36 walks, 6 home runs, and a 1.75 ERA. So, strikes out a handful, but looks like he's got some serious control problems as he's given up 6 home runs and walked almost as many as he strikes out. So we'll see what happens here as the bases are loaded, and the first pitch is that control problem way outside 1-0. Feel like we're gonna have a beautiful, beautiful KBO style walk run. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. And that's ripped foul. And 1-1. Again, Ruben Tejada hit by a pitch in his first at bats, walked in his second at bat. He has come around to score after the walk in just the last inning. That was the run that's put Panama up. So 0 for 0, but he's been on base twice. And that's another foul as he is late on these. I don't 91 miles per hour on that one. I feel so strange. I forgot what miles per hour were. Oh, upper 140s. Right? Yeah. Yeah, 145. All right, the 1-2 in the dirt, and that's gonna beautiful block by the catcher. That's gonna bring the count to 2-2. And that's way outside, and that's gonna bring the counts full. Oh, Bases loaded, bases full, count is full. It's 4-2 Panama with their number 3 hitter, Ruben Tejada. Carmago over at first base, getting his stretches in as he's got pants that look like they're about 2 sizes too small. He is aerodynamic. As time is called by Tejada. All right, here we go. Top of the fourth. 4-2, 3-2 counts in the dirt, and that's not even going to be close, as that's going to do what everybody's used to, and that's walking in a run, ladies and gentlemen. The KBO has reared its ugly head and walked in a run after they bring in a reliever. I told you he struggles with control. Again, he walks as many as he strikes out. Didn't go around, not even close. And Ruben Tejada will be on base for the 3rd time. He's got more RBIs than he has official at-bats. All right, 5-2 now Panama, and that's going to bring up Santos. Santos lifts that one. Right fielder is going to go over. He's going to be coming in. We'll see. Do they tag up? They are. Here comes the throw. Not in time. And that will be a sacrifice fly RBI from Santos. As he, and I believe the second runner on second actually tagged up, is that Munoz is just way, way too fast. Good Lord, is he fast. Oh my. That is like ridiculous fast. Where's he at? Only 4 games last year and for Panama in the Caribbean season. As they're going to check over at third. Did not go. All right, so 2 outs. They've scored another 2 runs so far. Looking to add on some more with runners at the corner. Luis Castillo singled in his first at bat, grounded out to third with an RBI, or grounded out to first with an RBI in his last at bat, which was the last inning, and that's in there for strike. Oh my Lord! Hey, thanks, man. Finally, they put the TrackMan. Finally, they've got the actual TrackMan data up on the screen. Finally. All right, that runs way inside, and it's 1-1. Oh my Lord! Thank you. Finally. Except it says that was a strike. That was pitch number 1. It was pitch number 2. It's 1 game. It's 1 pitch behind apparently, and that is a lifted foul. And 1-2. Yeah. And it's in English. Nope. Now it's gone. Put that back up there. All right, the 1-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. It's 2-2, and that is going to be a stolen base for Tejada. As Carmago went down the line a little bit, but there was no throw, so Tejada is able to steal that base, almost like a bit of a little league double steal, delayed double steal, as the catcher Clementina faked the throw and ended up having Carmago have to dive back into the plate as that's fouled away. So runners now on the corner, or at second and third, which means Tejada's got some speed still. I bet a single should score 2 runs, at least make it fairly close play at the plate. And that would be your 10 runs, whoever was asking earlier, Mr. Vlogs. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch in the dirt, and that's going to get away. And there's another run as The wild pitch bounces in the dirt. And again, I told you this man has some control issues. So the slider bounces in the dirt. He tries to block it, but hits off of him and rolls way up, almost all the way to the coaching box down the third base line. But we've got a 3-2 counts now. And that's fouled away. So we got a runner on third. A wild pitcher on the mound. Again, he walked in 1 run. A very wild pitch there to give up another run. And that one is popped up. Second baseman over, under, and that will be our first pop fly of the day. That'll be 3 away, but they get 3 more and now lead 7-2. It is not looking promising for the old Netherlands as the Panama offense is just a clicking. The other Shoop should be leading things off for the Netherlands. He had an RBI single in his first at bats. Make sure my numbers are correct. 1, 2. Yeah, all right. These games are really fast with this pitch clock. I love it. I love it. I love it. Obviously, I do love watching some baseball, but when you really don't have a team that is playing, faster it goes, the better. And the KBO had the pitch clock, but they didn't really use the pitch clock. They had it going, and they warned the pitchers, but there were no automatic balls or strikes based on the pitch clock or anything like that. When that caused games to go way too long. All right, Baria still out there? All right. Starlin Shoop will lead things off as they attempt to make the 5-run comeback. Baria still out there on the mound. And that misses high. I want to know. Put that TrackMan data back up there. Starlin Shoop again has singled in his first at bat. RBI single, scored Clementina back in the second inning. Here in the fourth, he looks at strike one, 1-1. Baria with the red glove and the red uniform and the red cleats. And that's going to be chopped foul, 1-2. All right, 1-2 pitch now. Baria. Pitch clock is down to 1, and And he started his motion as it's going to be a chopper right back up and past the diving Munoz, and a leadoff single from Shoop, his second hit of the day. 2 for 2 now, and we'll see if the Netherlands can get a couple back to make this game at least interesting. Man, outside 1-0. And a big swing and a miss there from Helder. Helder 0 for 1 on the day with a 6-4-3 ground out in his first at bats. A Shoop over there at first. I don't know what he does offensively. And that's going to be popped for first baseman giving chase and makes the catch. And 1 away. Again, there is so much room over in foul territory. I cannot, like, it's so much room. It's something that you do not see anymore. Again, I'm talking, there is 70 feet between first and the fence over on foul territory. There's just so much room. No new stadium would that have been anywhere near a pop fly. That would have been 5 or 6 rows deep, at least in most. As Richardson steps in, he's solo shot in his first at bats. Swing and a miss there. So 1 for 1 on the day for Richardson. A dead center solo shot back in the second inning. Panama is halfway through the lineup for the third time, but Netherlands is struggling as that is a foul, and that makes it 0-2. So again, Panama with 7 runs. They've batted all the way through the lineup twice, and halfway through the third time here. The bottom half of the order, the 6, 7, 8, 9 guys have still only had 1 at bat for the Netherlands. So Richardson, the number 7 hitter, the right fielder, already has an outfield assist, a solo shot. Can't do much else when you're not getting the ball. When you're not getting at bats, as that is going to be in the dirt. 1-2. Very lovely right-handed batter, right-handed pitcher. 0-2 count. Throw it in the other batter's box. It is glad to see that that strategy is international. But the catcher did not set up out there, which is nice. All right, to the 1-2 pitch. And that time he did set up out there, as that's ball 2 right down the left-handed batter's box line. 2-2 runner on first is Shoop, who led off with a single. Richardson up to bat. The 2-2 pitch. That's going to be a chopper. That's trouble. That's going to be a single chopped over the third baseman's head. And Shoop is going to come on home as Richardson with an RBI double, and they've got another run back. There had to be some trouble fielding that in the corner. There is not the best angle. It's one of those that does kind of jart out, and it's difficult to see, as even the camera is picking up the third guy running, Shoop running home. Cannot see at all what the play was in the corner. Maybe he was just shaded really far, but as mound visit, that's going to bring up Vandermeer. Vandermeer grounded into a 4-3 ground out back in the second to end the second. And they've got, I don't know why it says 2-2 counts. He's just now stepping in. But 1 out, Vandermeer steps in. Netherlands again trying to get some runs back as that's low. 1-0. Vandermeer looks like he was more likely to fix your computer than to hit a home run. And the 1-0 is that's going to be chopped foul. 1-1. Richardson having himself a day, ladies and gentlemen. A solo shot, a RBI double, an outfield assist. All right, the 1-1 pitch. That's upstairs. 2-1. Varia running into some problems here in the fourth. And he often ran into problems in the KBO this year when he got to about 60 pitches or so. There is no pitch counts up on the screen, so I don't know how many pitches he's throwing. And I'm not going to find it out for you, sorry. All right. So the 2-2 pitch now is that's one that just caught in. Yeah, that was not a strike on the ABS system. I cannot wait till there's consistency. That is something that's the KBO players are really, I think, going to struggle with. Is that's popped up, third baseman, shortstop fighting over it, shortstop takes it, and 2 away. Vandermeer does not look like he has a good swing at all. I mean, for there's you have guys that have very strange approaches or batting stances. He just looks like he doesn't swing the bat very much. All right, looks like we are gonna have a mound visit as they're gonna come out and talk to Baria. That might be it for Baria. All of the infielders have joined around on the mound, talking to Baria still. All right, well, he'll stay out there. And maybe, I don't know how important it is to get wins here, but especially in the opening round, you do have to think about you're playing every team one time in a very short amount of time, so saving your bullpen is very important. But that's going to ring up old Ray Patrick Ditter. Walked on 4 pitches in his first at bats, and the first pitch here in his second at bats is a strike that he lifts to center field, and that will be 3 away as Netherlands gets 1 run back, but Panama is still up 7-3. So they are getting hits, hits and walks. They're just leaving too many guys on base. The big difference is the bullpen for the Netherlands came in, walked a run, gave up a sacrifice fly, and then, not only that, he also had a wild pitch that scored a run. So, yeah, the difference really in this game right now is the bullpen. The Netherlands got into the bullpen early, and the bullpen pitcher did not pitch well when he came in. We'll see how the Panama bullpen guys do. Again, not a lot. They do have a couple guys, but for the most part, honestly, when I look, I see one guy that might be the closer, Alberto Baldonado, who pitched in the Japanese league. He had 9 saves. Other than that, there's Miguel Gomez, who pitched at A and high A this season. He had 3 saves, but other than that, nobody else on the team has saves. A lot of these guys did pitch in out of the bullpen, as I would say that Brian Caceres, Steven Fuentes, Jaime Barria are going to be their 3 main starters, and maybe Kevin Miranda might be their fourth. He's in the Toronto organization, really went up fast. Rookie A, double A, and triple A all in this season. So we'll see what the Panama does for their bullpen. Is again, the bullpens are going to be an issue for a lot of these teams. They got guys that's again, they pitch. You know, some of them pitch in the Mexican League, but most of, at least for the Netherlands guys, they pitch in the Dutch League, which is very, very different than the Mexican League. So, but Quiroz is going to lead things off for Panama here in the top of the fifth. He's 2 for 2 on the day with a single and an RBI double in his last at bats. And that's going to be a first pitch. That's going to be a shortstop 6-3 ground out and 1 away on 1 pitch. Kevin Kelly's still out there for the Netherlands. And you do have to play, 5 games and I believe 6 days. Everybody has I think 1 day off. So you're playing a lot. Your bullpen guys obviously need a little bit of rest. I don't know if that was a strike or a ball. It was a ball. All right, Ramos steps in. 2-run shot back in his first at bat. Struck out looking in his second. Lifts that one. Center fielder going back at the track, and that's will be 2 away. Ramos is showing plenty of power again. I think 17 home runs on the season for him, but 100 and something strikeouts. He is your prototypical home run hitter. Very different is the fact that he's playing center field. All right. That's going to bring up Mullen. Mullen grounded into a 6-3 ground out in his first at bat. Looks at strike 1 there. Lined out to the left fielder in his second at bat, Mr. Robert Mullen, the DH, and that's a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. Quickly, 2 down and an 0-2 pitch here in the top of the fifth, as the Netherlands would love to get their very first 1-2-3, and that will do it. A swing and a miss, 1-2-3 goes Panama for the very first time today. And we will go to the bottom of the fifth. Netherlands trying to get the comeback. They're down by 4. As a very, very quick 1-2-3 inning. What do you throw? 7 pitches in that inning? We'll see if Barria comes back out. He'll face the lineup for the 3rd time, which is always an issue. It's a little bit... Obviously, they're going to have some scouting report on at least the guys that play, in the bigger leagues, the KBO, playing in the AA, AAA, rookie leagues, things like that. They're going to have more scouting report stuff for those guys. But, one thing watching Barria pitch all season, or not all season, but for half the season for Hanwha here in Korea, is he got to 60 pitches. He was pretty close to being done. He got to 80 pitches. He was beyond done. The 3rd time through the lineup, he really has 2 pitches. He has a slider and his fastball. He does have a changeup that he throws every once in a while. And he also has a 2-seam, but he very rarely threw the 2-seam. So 3 pitches going through a lineup the third time starts to have an issue a lot of the times, and that's where he ran into so many problems. Anytime he threw more than 20 pitches in an inning, or when he got over 60 pitches for the game, he would start to run into a lot of problems here in the KBO. So we'll see if he's back out there, as they do have somebody warming up in the bullpen at least for 41, which is Alberto Guerrero. So he is warming up if Barria runs into any issues, apparently. Didi Gregorius will lead things off. He singled in his last at bats. And in there for a strike. So struck out in his first at bats, a single in his second at bats, 1 for 2 on the day. And the 0-1 pitch way up high. 1-0. 1-1. And that's in there for a strike. 1-2. And we have time called by Gary. It looks like some Mexican little leaguers in attendance. Gregorius lifts that one. Center fielder over, under it, and 1 away. All right, Jonathan Shoup stepping in. He 5-3 ground out in his first at bat. A strikeout in his second. He's 0 for 2 on the day. And that is not going to be an out. That'll be a ground rule double. A ground rule double? I believe that was a ground rule double. I think it bounced over the fence, hit something on the backside, and then bounced back into play. Bounced and hit the foul pole after the bounce. Stayed in play. All right, here we go. That's going to bring up Jeremy Profar, who 0 for 2 also on the day, a 4-3 ground out and a fly ball to right field. 0 for 2 on the day. First pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. Looks like a Raymond strike and not a throw-in strike. And the chopper, maybe to third. Maybe to third. I don't know. Apparently, All right, so I'm gonna guess that was a grounder to the third baseman. Oh, nope, it was a grounder to the shortstop who fielded it way back in the grass, and the throw jumping at first. Again, uh the 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 camera angle just stayed on the pitcher, so you could just see the pitcher's head moving, as that's going to be a more routine 6-3 ground out. Gives up the double, but he gets out of it, and that'll be 5 innings for Baria. And we'll go to the bottom of the fifth. I don't think we have a. I think we have a seventh inning stretch. I think. Baria in line for the win now, as he's able to finish this fifth inning here. Uh, 2 strikeouts. He's pitched well. Uh, Giving up hits, giving up base runners, but nothing else. As he's been able to work himself out of it. All right, so we should be about back again. I'm guessing that it's a regular old seventh inning stretch. And the KBO has a fifth inning stretch, so after 5 innings is when they do their stretch. Uh, so I'm guessing, but we'll have looks like Gonzalez should lead things off for Panama down in the number 9 spots. Is again, Panama finally went 1-2-3 in the last inning. We'll see what happens here. What do we've had 2-1-2-3 innings. Netherlands went 1-2-3 to lead off the game, and then Panama went 1-2-3 in the top of the fifth. So 2-1-2-3 innings. Other than that, it's been lots of offense. Is what I expected in not just this game, but I expect in most of these games there's going to be a lot of offense, lots of scoring. While they are professionals, most of these guys, there are they uh yeah, you guys can sure figure it out. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I have no idea. I admit I don't know the official rules of this tournament. I watched, or I read a little bit about them, but so I guess there was the fifth inning is a fifth inning stretch, maybe. All right, Kelly's still out there for that's the the catcher's mask has a Korea sticker on the on the side, and that's in there for a strike. So again, Gonzalez 1 for 2 on the day. Fernando Gonzalez, the catcher, 4-3 ground out in his first at bat, a double in his second, and that's in there for a strike. 0-2. Yes, goes 1-2-3. You got to bring him out for another inning. Again, you want to save some bullpen arms the best you can. All right, the 0-2 pitch that's misses outside and up, and it's 1-2. Oh, Kelly came in after loading or after Martiz loaded the bases in the fourth inning. The 1-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the day for Kelly. So came in after Martiz loaded the bases with a double and 2 straight singles. Walked home a run to Tejada, and then a sacrifice fly, scored another one, and then a wild pitch also scored one. That's how they have 7, and that's a strike on the outside corner. As the flattened wide strike zone reappears without the ABS system. And that's a swing and a miss, 0-2. So Munoz over or 1 for 3, a single, a 1 for 3, a fly out to center to lead off the game, a 6-3 ground out, a single, and a run scored. As that's outside 1-2. Does not look like the pitch clock is working over in the left side, as that's fouled away. It just keeps reading 0. Oh, now it resets. So resets for another 1-2 pitch. And pops that one up. Second baseman over into outfield territory and catches it, going back 2 away. That's going to bring up Carmago. Carmago having himself a day offensively, as he's 2 for 3 with a double and a single. Does have a strikeout also. Shoot way out there in right field. All right, so it looks like we might have ourselves a pitching change here. I love the Daiso, the Daiso advertisement on the Netherlands uniform. You got a Korea sticker on the the Netherlands catcher's helmet. As Araxis on the other hat, just because those are the sponsors for the Premier 12. That was a very quick mound visit. I guess he just was like, "Hey, we're gonna get this guy out," and he's like, "Yeah, okay." All right, Carmago again, 2 for 3 on the day, 4, and fakes the bunt but pulls it back. Amago, the third baseman. It's interesting. You that the top of these lineups, or at least for the Netherlands, the bottom of the lineup is all the outfielders. The top is all the middle infielder or the infielders, and kind of the same for the Netherlands. But you got a DH batting and then eighth spots for Panama. The 1-1, that's low, 2-1. All right, to the 2-1 pitch. And that is ripped foul, 2-2. Ball boy, poor ball boy. Ball boy's got to run like 120 feet to get any ball that bounces off. So, as that is in the dirt, 3-2. Another full count, second full count of the day for Camargo, the fifth full count of the day for Panama. The 1-2-3, the last inning. First two quickly retired here in the sixth inning. Can he get a second 1-2-3 inning? And the 3-2 pitch, that will do it with a strikeout. He retires 8 straight. And we've got ourselves a little confrontation at home plate. But they're not going to show anything else. So we'll go to the bottom of the sixth. It's 7-3 Panama. Well, a little fireworks in the middle of a rather dull or a lull in the action. They're going to provide their own action in on the field in little jawing back and forth. All right, we should be coming back. So, Netherlands, they'll have the other Shoop, the younger Shoop, Charlin Shoop, who's 2 for 2 on the day, should be leading off, and then followed by Helder and Richardson. I'm so sick of these commercials already. The same commercials. The same commercials over and over. And Barria still out there. Ooh. We're looking at some playing with danger. Even the announcers, the Korean announcers, like, whoa, ho, 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 Barria. Oh. All right, Charlin Shoop, the third baseman, 2 for 2 on the day. Again, RBI single in his first at bat, and RBI in his second at bat. Very interesting. Barria, first pitch bounces it back to the backstop, and it's 1-0. They've got to let him be out there, and if he runs into problems, then you pull him out. But that's in there for a strike. Fakes the bunts, try to throw him off a little bit, and he doesn't realize that that's all he ever sees is fake bunts. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch. And runs inside, 2-1. Inside again, 3-1. An interesting decision to send him back out there, but I guess with a 4-run lead and a big tournament. Oh, it's not Korea. Koa. I thought it said Korea. It looked like Korea, but as he lifts that one, and that is not playable, ladies and gentlemen. As another home run, that's his third hit of the day. 2 singles, and now a home run. And once again, I was questioning the decision to send Barria back out there. But they do, and that's probably going to be it for him. He lifts that one, it just keeps carrying. And there's nope, they're gonna keep him out there, as that's gonna be a ground ball right back up the middle, and Helder is now on base at in the 6th inning here. Apparently they did not get the memo that I sent them that Barria can only throw 60 pitches. Here comes the pitching coach. I think we'll finally have a pitching change here. Mayorga. As that'll be it for Barria. We'll have a pitching change here in the bottom of the 6th. Very questionable decisions. I see you send him out there for a for the 6th, even though he really should not have been out there for the 6th. Again, he's not that type of pitcher. You can get 5 innings out of Barria. That is a fantastic thing. But they sent him out there with that 4-run lead, gives up the solo home run to Charlin Shoop to lead off the 6th. And then I definitely thought he would be done, but nope. They let him throw one more pitch, and it went right back up the middle. And now Netherlands is going to have Richardson coming up. He's already 2 for 2 with a home run and an RBI double and an outfield assist. So playing with fire, and will Panama get burned is the question. Haven't seen who's coming in for Panama. Barria got the start. I would say he is the most accomplished Panama pitcher. Played at the highest level. Again, Kevin Miranda has played at AAA. Abdiel Mendoza has also played at AAA. The rest is going to be Mexican League, pretty much. So, Alberto Guerrero out on the mound. So, Alberto Guerrero out on the mound now. Played in the Mexican League and the Venezuelan Winter League. Leon for Mexican League and Zulia for the Venezuelan League. First pitch is way outside, 1-0. So 33 games, 3 starts, 3-2 with a 6.13 ERA. You big boy. And that backs across to what appears to be a strike called by the umpire. And that's going to be a single. And that's going to hit off the back of the wall. And now you've got runners at second and third. As that was ripped. 3 hits now for Richardson. A homer, 2 doubles, an RBI, a outfield assist, and he is saying, yeah, I'm the best player in this tournament. As that was lined. One hop off the wall. All right, that's going to bring up a Vandermeer. Again, I'm the Vandermeer with a pop up at his last at bats, and they're already having a mound visit here. As I just lost the broadcast. What just happened? I just lost the broadcast as my TV just shut down. Yeah, so apparently some technical difficulties here. Some reason my TV just shut down. We'll bring it back up. I'll try to get back. I have no idea what's going on. There was a mound visit, so I have no idea what is going on, ladies and gentlemen. My TV just completely shut down. The broadcast just completely shut down. We'll see if I can get it back up. So apparently there's a... Okay, looks like there was a single that scored... So I'm not entirely sure what happened. It is apparently 7-5. I don't know. So Ditter is up now. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what happened. Just sorry about that, guys. So apparently, I think there was a pinch hitter that looks like they scored a run. So Ray Patrick Ditter is out there. So you got runners on first and second, or sorry, first and third. It's a 1-1 counts now. There was a pinch hitter somewhere. Yeah, so there was a pinch hitter, definitely a pinch hitter. That was not him. That was not Vandermeer. At least not over on first. Looks like I can't even see what number. Look like number 7, maybe Dwayne Kemp. But we've got a 2-1 pitch now, and that's going to be a ground ball. That's going to be a 6-4-3 ground out, but they're going to get that run back. And I believe, again, it's Kemp. So 6-4-3 ground outs will put 2 outs, but they get another run. All right. I'm guessing at these names here. I'm guessing that it was Kemp. All right, Gregorius steps back in. He is 1 for 3 on the day with a. That's going to be a chopper to the first baseman. Grabs it, takes it himself, and steps on the bag. That'll be 3 away. But that's Netherlands gets a few runs back on some hits, some technical difficulties on my part, and we will go to the 7th inning. Double check all my numbers here again. I think that we had a pinch hitter where Dwayne Kemp pinch hit for Vandermeer. It was something I didn't see. My TV just shut down. Again, I have a 3 TV setup here, 3 monitors set up, and my main monitor is playing the game, and it just went black. I do know that there was a mound visit at the time, and then it looked like Kemp was the number. It looked like number 7 was at second or at first. It could have been somebody else though. I have no idea who it was. But anyway. 1, 2. They have 11 hits now. So we've got ourselves a close game, 7-6 now after the 3 runs there in the 6th. Solo shot to lead it off, a single, a double, a single, and a 6-4-3 ground out. Ended up scoring 1. So Franklin Van Gerp is going to be out on the mound replacing Kelly. Van Gerp. I'm trying to spell these correctly. I'm not entirely sure. So Franklin Van Gerp played in the looks like Japanese league this last season. 10 games, 0-6 with a 5.87 ERA. All right, Tejada steps in. He is 0 for 0 on the day and looks at ball 1 on the inside. Crazy thing is he's 0 for 0, but he's been on base 3 times. As finally he is not going to walk, and that's going to be a fly ball to center field and 1 away. Number 11. Yeah, Ditter still in center. I have not seen who's in left field yet, though. All right, that's going to bring up Santos. Santos sacrificed fly to right field in his last at bats. Also has a double, 1 for 2 on the day, and that's way outside of 1-0. Gianna Santos. And did he go? He did not, and that's 2-0. You know when the batter is signaling to first, he didn't go. All right, to the 2-0 pitch. And that one is misses inside, 3-0. These pitchers are getting the outside the outside pitch called for strikes a little bit, but the inside is not getting called, and that's going to be a 4-pitch walk. And Panama has got themselves another base runner. 2 straight 1, 2, 3 innings, and they finally have a base runner. This is their first base runner since Miguel or Ruben Tejada walked in way back in the 4th inning, and that was a walk, RBI walk. Oh wow, that was a beautiful pitch right down the middle, but the umpire calls it a ball, says it was inside because the catcher couldn't catch it. So Luis Castillo, a single, a ground out RBI to the first baseman, and a pop up to the second baseman in his last at bats. 2-0 now. That was that pitch was a beautiful slider that broke in, caught the middle of the plates, but the catcher wasn't able to hold on to it as that misses inside, and it's 3-0. Very, very different situation. 1-0 versus 0-1. As again, I am a very, very, very big. Just a sec. The 3-0. That's definitely going to be a strike. The best thing for the KBO this season was the robot umpires. It didn't matter if it was a strike. It was a strike. It didn't matter if the catcher caught it or not. It didn't matter what the score was. It didn't matter who was playing, who was hitting. Nothing. The only thing that mattered was whether it was a strike or not. It was very quick. There was no real delay. The umpires still had the ridiculous out strike calls from strikeout looking to end the innings. As that's going to be a ball 4, and he has now walked 2 straight batters, and out comes the catcher, and they're going to have themselves a little bit of a mound visits, a little party at the pitcher's mound, ladies and gentlemen, as they're playing some Vanilla Ice in the background. Blow like a harpoon daily and nightly. Will it ever stop? Yo, I don't know. I won't even charge you guys for that concert, as we're going to have ourselves a pitching change after he walks 2 straight guys, and Van Gerp will be not here when we get back. Netherlands gets 3 runs back and then quickly walks 2 batters to make first and second with 1 outs for Heroes, who's 2 for 3 on the day. And then after that is Ramos, who had the big 2-run shot. They will be definitely looking for a double play to get themselves out of this situation. No double plays so far for the Netherlands defense. Panama does have 2 double plays, 2 6-4-3 double plays, which is why they're getting out hits, but they are leading. So that and the 2 home runs by the Netherlands were both solo shots to yeah. All right, so we should be coming back now. Still waiting to find out who is pitching. Sportivio. Okay. All right, Ryan Huntington out on the mound. Ryan Huntington. Played for Neptunus in the Dutch league this year. 29 games, 3-2, a 1.17 ERA, 46 strikeouts in 38 innings. Doesn't walk very many, strikes out a lot. And that's going to bring up Kiros. Again, 2 for 3 on the day, a single, an RBI double. As he looks at the first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1. The big, tall left-hander for the Netherlands will face the righty Kiros. And pops him up. That's going to be an infield fly. As Gregorius is in there. All right, Ramos stepping in for Panama. The 2-run shots have put Panama up in the second inning. They ended up losing that lead, and strikeouts looking in his second at-bat. Fly out to center in his third at-bats, and 1 for 3 on the day for the center fielder. Again, he has a strikeouts or home run guy. Where is he? Yes, 17 home runs on the season, 172 strikeouts, a 221 average. 123 games, 172 strikeouts, and right there is strike number 1, 0-1. All right, the 0-1 pitch, so that's going to be strike 2. Way out in front of that changeup. We'll see what he throws him this time. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside and way inside as it bounces back by his feet. It's 1-2. All right, the 1-2 pitch to Ramos from Huntington, and that's outside 2-2. Ramos able to lay off that pitch. Definitely thought it was something he was going to go after. Man, the cameras are definitely not 4K cameras, as the camera from that's the normal view is that's going to be a ground ball up the middle. Gregorius gloves toss with the glove toss, and that's will end the inning, and we'll go to the 7th inning stretch, something I haven't actually witnessed in I don't know how long, but the glove flip from Gregorius will take us to the break. I'll be back in just a few minutes, guys.
Fried chicken. Fried chicken. Fried chicken. Give me fried chicken. Baby, it's all that I want to take me through the day. Give me fried chicken. I want it bona fide, southern fried. Tennessee, guaranteed, it's okay with me. I want it hot, deep fried, I'm on the Memphis side. Hot wings, hot thighs, all southern fried. It all sounds heavenly, this old-time recipe. It's fried chicken, it's finger licking, the time is ticking. So cook some southern food for me, a bucket just for me. This won't feed a family, it's all I want, all I need, just make hastily. Give me fried chicken. Baby, it's all that I want to take me through the day. all southern fried. It all sounds heavenly. This old time recipe is fried chicken. It's finger licking. The time is ticking. So cook some southern fun.
And welcome, Brink.
Family, it's all I want. All I need, just make hastily.
Yeah, don't really have any dog in this fight. Although Jaime Barria did start for Panama, who pitched for Hanwha this year. All right, here we go. Bottom of the seventh. I don't know when the stretch is, honestly. As the first pitch is in there for a strike. Jonathan Shoup again. Jonathan Shoup again. Former, I believe, Cincinnati Red. I don't know why it says 1-0 because it was definitely a swing and a miss. These Korean announcers are awful. They're like, oh, it's a 2-0. No, it's not. He swung at the first pitch. It's 1-1. All right. That is outside at 2-1. Yeah, I'm. do we? Is it the fifth inning in the WBSC, or whatever this is? That's misses inside 3-1. I'm trying to think. Panama does have a Cardinal on it, Wilfredo Pereira, who is in the Cardinals AA system, as that is going to be ball 4, as Mullen will. No, that's not Mullen. As Jonathan Shoup makes his way on the base with a leadoff walk. As far as the Netherlands, they don't have any Cardinals. And sweet, I just saw the pitcher throw the ball, but I don't know if it was a strike because the view, the angle is so bad. Brink, are you getting to watch? All right, the 0-1 pitch that misses low. 1-1. Yeah, I saw that he. What are you watching it on? Dazn, DAZN, or are you Game Time or whatever it is? Man, it was difficult for me to find anything. All right. Jeremy Profar 0 for 3 on the day, 4-3 ground out, a fly out to right, and then a 6-3 ground out in his last at bats. And that is way outside, 2-2. Yeah, I've heard some people. Is it like $24 for the whole entire tournament? Is that's filed away, stays at 2-2. And that's way outside, and that runs the count full. This is the first full count that the Netherlands has had. Yeah, like this is my stats. Like I researched every single player to be able to get something. That's going to be a chopper back to the pitcher. He drops it and out at first. The chopper back to the pitcher. The pitcher bobbles it, thinking about turning two, and ends up dropping it as he's turning off the mound and ends up throwing. And the throw to first was not very good either, as the first baseman's footwork looked awful. His back foot, his left foot, was on the foul side of first base, and that just looked really bad every single way that you could possibly think of it. Yeah, I was up at 3 a.m. 3 a.m. to do this broadcast. So the turn of the tables, I guess, is we'll have ourselves a pitching change here, as Guerrero will be done. Yeah, I have a. I don't even know what time it is in the U.S. Everything my head obviously is all about Korean time. Yeah, for me, I'm actually watching a Korean broadcast of the game. So in Korea, you can pick which games you want to watch, and you pay 1,000 won per game. Except for the Korean games. The Korean games are like 2,400 or something. So yeah, so I pay 75 cents for each game that I'm gonna watch. No, not awful. It's kind of annoying. I tried to do the game time thing and purchase the whole thing so I could just have it all in one spot and not have to deal with buying each game and all of that. But it's not available in Korea. And same with the DAZN. That streaming thing is also not available here in Korea. Still waiting to find out who is pitching. Barria led off the game. Went to 6+. What number is that? Enrique Burgos? 06. Abdiel Mendoza, I believe. He is listed at number 6, not 06. But we'll go with Mendoza. Mendoza sounds like a good name. It says 06. 06 number. That's an interesting number. All right. So Mendoza playing in the AAA system for the Blue Jays. 35 games, 9 starts, 3.71 ERA, 73 strikeouts in 87 innings. And Hendrik Clementina is stepping in. He doubled in his first at bat, and a 5-3 ground out and a 6-3 ground out. So 1 for 3 on the day. And looks it's ball one way outside, 1-1. Panama has quite a few pitchers that are in the minor league system of the MLB. I think 5 or 6 different guys in the minors. That's going to be chopped back, and it's 1-2. So Kevin Rodriguez in the A system. Miguel Gomez, Washington. Brian Caceres, also in Washington. And then one guy, Alberto Baldonado, is in the Japanese league. As that's going to be a ground ball in front of the third baseman, grabs it, throws in time. Slow roller was able to get it as the runner from second went and pretty much blocked the third baseman from being able to field it very well. He had to kind of slow move around, but able to make the play. And well, we've got two down now as the runner did move over to third base though. And that's going to bring up Charlin Shoop. Charlin Shoop is having himself a day. An RBI single in his first at-bat, a single in his second at-bat, and a solo shot to lead off last inning to start that three-run sixth inning. And that's a big swing and a miss there. 0-1. He would love to tie this game up. Not a bad opening. 3 for 3 in the game one of the 2024 Premier 12. Man, that's way outside. All right, the 1-1, and that's late on that one. Fouls that one away, and it's going to be 1-2. At least Brink, are they at least going to play the USA games on regular TV? All right, the 1-2 pitch way outside, and that's going to get past the catcher and tie the game as the wild pitch scores the runner from third, and we've got ourselves a 7-7 game. As that pitch was way in the other batter's box, went off the catcher's wrist as he jumped over to try to block it, but no play. As and apparently there was maybe another pitch. I think maybe it's 3-2 now. Yep. Okay. The camera work is definitely not major league quality. Is constantly missing things. As that's going to be a chopper. Second baseman grabs it, throws in time. That will end the seventh, but it's tied 7-7. And we will go to the eighth inning. As they tie the game without getting a hit. Oh, the walk, a ground out, another ground out, and a wild pitch. Very KBO style, as we've seen a bases loaded, pull the starter. First pitcher that comes in walks home a run, then a wild pitch scores a run. We've had another wild pitch scoring a run. We've had a not an error, but a pitcher that's made an error but's got an out, so it wasn't an error because he got excited about a double play. And glad to see that the KBO style of play is universally known and it has gone international. Barria, though, misses out on the win, as with that tie now, Barria is no longer in line for the win. So Hanwha will not get a win in the first game of the Premier 12. And Hanwha only has one player on the KBO roster, or the Korean roster, and that's going to be a reliever. So Hanwha fans will have to just be happy with the overreaching off-season acquisitions by the team. All right, Mullen should be leading things off. We do have a new pitcher, number 1. Jaden Estanista. I think that is his name. Jaden Estanista. Estanista. I like that. I always feel like I'm going to mispronounce a name really poorly. Estanista. All right. Rodrigo Orozco is pinch hitting here, as that misses, and it's 2-0. Mullen comes out. That is in there for a strike. Rodrigo Orozco. There we go. I think that's right. All right, the 2-2 pitch. They're talking about Socrates. That's a swing and a miss. They are of course, the Korean announcers are all about that's the pitch speed. All right, Gonzalez steps in. 1 for 3 on the day, a 4-3 ground out in his first at bat, a double in his second, and a strikeout in his last. As that's in the dirt. It's 1-0. 156 on the gun. This is something that again, not a lot of these guys are used to. They're not used to these guys that throw that hard. As he is 150 to 152 easily. Running it up to 155 occasionally. And that's in there for a strike. Scaring announcers. Oh, Palayo. Oh, Palayo. Yeah, it was fast. That's going to be a ground ball past the third baseman, and they will have a 1-out single. His second hit of the day. And we'll flip the lineup back over as Panama will have Munoz coming up for the 5th time today. I have a mosquito in my house. I'm trying to catch it. So Munoz steps in. He's 1 for 4 on the day with a single in his third at bats, and looks at strike 1 on the outside. Edgar Munoz. And swing and a miss as he drops down to one knee and swings at a pitch in the other batter's box. And it's 0-2. So Munoz flew out to center field to start the game. A 6-3 ground out, a single, and a pop up to the second baseman. And oh, that is not good. He swung, went down, and he called over the trainer as he fouled that one away. Is he, yeah. Looks like he cramped up as he yelled at the Panama. Yeah, it looks like his left foot's calf, maybe, cramped up on the swing. He's laying down on the ground. I think he's telling him, come over, and he yells at the catcher to like help him stretch out his calf. As looks like we got the old spray pass out. As yeah, it looks like the Achilles. They're yeah is yeah his calf is all tightened up. We'll see if he's able to do anything else. I don't. He looks like he's still in pain. Saying drink some water. That that ain't gonna help. Giving him cold water. He's like, oh, that's good water, man. That's really good water. Some electrolytes is what it says on the old bottle, and he will be done. Yeah, so we will have a pinch hitter here. We'll see who ends up coming out. The 0-2 count. Well, Munoz is actually listed as an outfielder, but playing second. So I'm gonna guess Yoshman Wright, maybe. Number 33. Yep. Joshua or Yoshman Wrights, I believe, is the replacement. And first pitch fouls that one away. Number 39. So that was the only other infielder that they have on the roster. Some of these rosters are very weird. The Venezuelan roster has 0 extra players. As he slaps at that, second baseman grabs it, throws, and no, 2 outs now. After that delay there, Carmago will step in. He 2 for 4 on the day with a double, a single, and 2 strikeouts. Both his strikeouts were on full count, so I guess don't get in a full count and you won't strike outs, Carmago. I think that's the official strategy. And here comes the first pitch, a swing and a miss. 0-1. All right, the 0-1 lifts that one up. Right fielder under it. And that will be 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 7-7. As the Netherlands has made the comeback down 7-2, and they've worked their way back 7-7, and we'll be looking for to take the lead here. I'm not sure the extra inning rules here in the Premier 12. I assume that they're gonna do that dumbest rule in the history of the game of baseball. The stupid makes me upset every time I see its ghost runner on seconds crap. There cannot be any baseball player in the history of the game that thinks that that rule is good. All right, so we'll see who. We'll see. I assume we're gonna have somebody coming out. Mendoza came out, pitched in the last inning. we'll see who comes out to. Let's see if Mendoza is still out there. No. Enrique Burgos, maybe? Oh, no. Mendoza's still out there. All right. Helder will lead things off for the Netherlands. He is 1 for 3 with a 6-4-3 ground out, a foul pop up to the first baseman, and then a single in his last at bat. Yeah, fouls that one out of play. 0-1. And that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop is not able to hold on to it as Ruben Tejada puts the glove on it, but it bounces out of the glove, and I assume that's going to be a single. It will go by KBO rules. That's going to make it difficult, as it looks like it went off the thumb of his glove and rolls into center field. So now Netherlands has got the leadoff runner on base with a single here. They've had the leadoff runner on base a handful of times. Actually, every single time except for 2 innings, they've had the leadoff runner on base. And that's going to bring up the scariest man, Richardson, as he hits it right back to the pitcher, but isn't able to field it cleanly, and then the throw over to first to get the 1 out, but you got a runner on second base now as it goes off of his glove. It loses his glove, actually. All right, it's the first time that Richardson has been retired all day. And that's going to bring up, who's this? This is the guy that I wasn't entirely sure who was hitting. Yep, number 7 is Kemp. All right, Kemp, a swing and a miss there. Dwayne Kemp singled in his first at bats. That was the at bat that I wasn't able to actually watch. So the 0-1 pitch and sets up on the outside. That's did he go? He'll check down to first, and we don't know because the first base umpire is not on camera. Oh, now he's on camera, but we don't know what he called. So apparently he did not go, as I'm going by the score bug. And that's going to be a ground ball. First baseman grabs it, takes it himself, and that will be 2 away. They'll move the runner 90 feet away from the go-ahead run. Apparently there was a pinch runner also. Looks like Delano Salasa is over on at third base. So there was a pinch runner for Helder after he got on base, and first pitch is in there for a strike to Mr. Ditter. Ray Patrick Ditter as he swings and misses there, and it's 0-2. 0 for 3, 0 for 2 on the day. He walked in his first at bats, flew out to center field, and then a 6-4-3 ground out in his last at bats, and pops that one back and out of play, 0 and 2. So Netherlands, another runner 90 feet away after the single and 2 ground outs has moved him over station to station small ball. And that's outside, 1 and 2. Looks like the Mexican team is, or maybe some Mexican coaches are back right behind the base or home plates in the front row, maybe doing some scouting here as that one's fouled away, keeps it to 1 and 2. Oh, and there we go. Now we finally get the TrackMan back up. It's been up for 4 pitches, and we are in the bottom of the 8th. 4 total pitches for the entire game. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. And fouls it off again, and it stays 1 and 2. Assume that's the Mexican team. I think they're the only ones with green. All right, so we'll reset for another 1-2 pitch. Pitch number 6 of this at bats, way up high, 2 and 2. 95 on the gun. Mr. Ditter, the number 9 hitter, and that's going to be a single into left field, and the RBI single will give the Netherlands their first lead of the day on the 2-2 pitch, lined right into left field, and now the Netherlands has fought back from a 7-2 deficit to take the lead 8-7 in the bottom of the 8th, as these bullpens have just not been able to get it done. Again, this goes all the way back to the 6th inning when the Panama coach sent Barria back out there for the 6th inning as Didi Gregorius goes down. Even the Korean announcers, whenever they sent Barria back out, they were like, whoa, oh, really? And they're talking about it again right now, as they're talking again about Barria being back out there in the 7th, even though his pitch count was obviously going to be high with all the hits. As that is a throw back behind the batter, and that'll move the runner over. It's 2-0 now with a runner on second. I don't know why the scorebug says the third base, but is he on third? No, he's on second. And that might be it for Mendoza as they come out to talk to him. Scorebug still says he's on third base. All right, he'll still be out there. Again, the scorebug is showing that he's on third, but I believe he's on second base. I do believe the count is right. Yeah, I mean, he's standing on second base. The scorebug is wrong if you are watching at home and listening to me. Yeah. All right. Didi Gregorius again steps back in. 2-0 counts. Runner on second. 2 outs. They've taken the lead here in the bottom of the eighth. And that'll be a liner to center field. And it's caught. And we'll go to the ninth. Panama down to their last 3 outs as the Netherlands has fought back. And we finally get a score bug that actually has the hits on it. Fantastic. Oh, that's wrong. Get one that has it on, and then I mess it up. There we go. Estanista came into finish that last inning. As far as the Netherlands, they really don't have anybody that is a closer. Estanista, who is again A and high A ball with 3 saves, and then Tim Vidinkel has 3 saves in the Dutch league. So as far as guys that's really in the Dutch league that might be closing, they may stay with Estanista, who is, obviously a I don't know. What's up? What's up? All right, we'll see who they go with. Again, Estanista was out there, and they have switched number 45 out there now. Giancarlo Saboran is going to come in to close. What a name. Giancarlo. Nah. Poktu Yokjan. KBO style. All right, Tejada steps in as, again, they are down to their final 3 outs, and that one is over his head, ball 1. Ruben Tejada has been on base 3 times. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out to center field in his last at-bats. A hit by pitch, a walk, a stolen base, an RBI, and that is going to be a shot. Goodbye, tie game. Yep, home run, tie game as he puts on the old, we'll say that's a cowboy hat, a farmer hat, cowboy farmer hat. And there we go. That's, I don't know what pitch. Again, I'm surprised that we went with that, as that's going to be popped up, going at the warning track, and 1 away. As the Santos flies out, the Ruben Tejada takes the pitch, ties the game at 8 here in the top of the 9th, and that's going to bring up Castillo. Castilla 1 for 3 on the day. as he looks at strike one in there. 0-1. So Luis Castillo. And that's going to be ball one, 1-1. Very interesting to go. Oh my lord, is he is just up there. It is like warming up. He gets it, he grabs it, he goes. It is apparently 2-2, and I think it's 2-1, as that's going to be a ground ball to the first baseman, and 2 away. Wow. So that's going to bring up Heroes. So Kiro's 2 for 4 today with a single, an RBI double, a 6-3 ground out, and a pop up to the shortstop infield fly pop up with runners on first and seconds. And that's going to be a ground ball. Gregorius over, grabs it, the throw, and that's will be 3 away, but Ruben Tejada with the solo shot to tie the game, and we'll go to the bottom of the ninth, tied up 8-8. Estimista, what did I see? What did I say? All right, so we're gonna have ourselves another pitching change. I assume Mendoza will be done. He's been out there for a while. We'll see who ends up coming out for Panama. In Alberto Baldonado is probably the closest thing to a closer they have playing in the Japanese league, JPCL. So the U.S. Puerto Rico game will start in about an hour, just over an hour. Depending on this game, obviously I'll stay with this game until the game is over, because it's obviously going to be a close game, and then I'll move to the U.S. versus Puerto Rico game. Again, there's a different stream, so this stream will end. I'll go to that one, and all right, who is out on the mound? That is a big old lefty, and that's the guy that I was saying, Baldonado. Mendoza done for the day, and Alberto Baldonado comes in to pitch now. Baldonado. I need to make my little things a little bit wider for this league or this tournament. My normal 3-syllable Korean words don't quite fit as well into this setup, but anyway. All right, Shoop will lead things off. He walked in his last at bat. He's 1 for 3 with a double, a strikeout, a 5-3 ground out, and a walk, and looks at ball one there, 1-0. All right, so the 1-0 pitch sets up right down the middle and doesn't come anywhere close to it, and it's 2-0. So they will have Jonathan Shoop, Jeremy Profar, and then Clementina will be the first 3 batters that Netherland throws up as they try to come back and take the lead in the bottom here. Is that's going to be ball 3, and we've got 3 pitches, 3 balls. Well, as far as walks, 28 walks in 51 innings for Baldonado in playing for u.s.a. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's going to be ball 4. Walks him on 4 straight pitches. All right, Jeremy Profar steps in now, 0 for 4 on the day. 4-3 ground out, a fly out to right, a 6-3 ground out, and a 1-3 ground out. And finally, Trackman is back. And that's ball 5. Need the Texas Tech guys as the catcher doesn't make the mound visits. He stops, turns back around. And we'll have another pitch here again. He came in, he threw 4 balls to Jonathan Shoup and walked him. He's thrown 1 pitch here to Jeremy Profar, and it was a ball. And that's ball 6. Ball 6. Ball 6. Now we'll have ourselves a little mound visits. Catcher goes out, talks to him. Is again, you got to think, 6 pitches, 6 balls. This is the heart of the lineup getting into. I don't know what do you say to a pitcher who's just thrown 6 pitches and they've all been balls. You giving him a break, or what are you saying to him? All right. We will reset Baldonado out on the mound. The 2-0 pitch to Jeremy Profar. And that's an iffy strike at the bottom of the zone. As Profar is like, that was not a strike. And but the umpire gives it to him. Not a strike in the KBO, that is for sure. As here we go. Even the as that's going to be a 6, 4, 3, not able to hold on to it. And the first baseman is not able to hold on to the ball after the scoop. And that will be just 1 out. Instead of a 6-4-3 double play, as Profar will come out as get himself a pinch runner. He is not the most fleet of foots. As the throw from the second baseman, it was scooped by the first baseman, but wasn't able to hold on to it. No, I'm not sure who the pinch runner is. They haven't said who it is yet. As that's going to be ripped foul. And no dirty play at second. I don't know who they would have running. That is fouled back 0-2. Yeah, they haven't said who's hitting, or not hitting, but so Clementina 1 for 4 on the day, a double, a 5-3 ground out, a 6-3 ground out, and a 5-3 ground out. Hoping to not have another ground out here because that would end the ninth. That's not going to be a strike. That's going to be a strikeout, not a ground out, and that's 2 away. Still trying to figure out who is over at second or first base. Guess we'll find out whenever they hit, I guess. Oh, Charlin Shoop out 3 for 4 on the day. He was finally retired in his last at bats, a 4-3 ground out, but a single and an RBI, a single and a solo shot. 3 for 4 on the day. Looks at ball 1, 1-0. All right, the 1-0 pitch. And foul that away. 1-1. And again, I guess Johnson? Van Pulo? I don't know who. That's going to be in the dirt. He did not go. Still haven't seen who the number. I haven't even seen the number on the back of the guy over at first. Ooh. Yeah. We'll see. All right, here comes the 2-1 pitch to Charlin Shoop. And ripped foul, 2-2. 97 on the gun. I love the the double ear flap, super padded helmets. The only thing that'd make them better is they had the little dial on the back to tighten them down, like my Sunday baseball league. All right, the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strikes out 2. And we'll go to extra innings, ladies and gentlemen. I will be right back. Don't go too far. All right, top of the 10th. Ladies and gentlemen, first game of the 2024 Premier 12, and we've got free baseball, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody gets their money's worth. My money to broadcaster to watch this game is going farther and farther every single inning. But all right. Oh, I didn't even get. They just put the tiebreaker rules up, and I wasn't able to see them. That sucks. So runners on first and second is how we start this. All right. So Ramos will lead off. You have Castilla. What? Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
You don't want to.
All right. And the 2-0 pitch outside 3-0. Again, I don't have any sound whatsoever. There we go. All right. And that is going to be ball 4, and he's going to load the bases with nobody out in extra innings, top of the 10th. This is, man, it is not enjoyable to watch this type of extra inning baseball. As he walks. Wow. All right, that's going to bring up Orozco. Orozco 0 for 1 on the day. A pinch hit, or sorry, pinch ran, maybe pinch hits. Struck out, yeah, pinch hit. Struck out in his only at bats on the day. And the 1-0 is chopped foul, 1-1. I'm trying to get my speakers and stuff fixed. There we go. Now we go. I couldn't hear the game, so I didn't know exactly what was going on. All right, so here we go. The 1-1 counts again. The pitch that is lifted into right field. He has an arm. Richardson already thrown out one. Grabs it to the throw home. They did not go. Wow. They've already thrown him out one. He's already thrown out one today, so they're like, well, we're not going to chance it now. Who's on second? Ramehi. You've got a pitcher on second, maybe? Yeah. I can't see as the 0-1. Who's on second? Heroes? No. Okay. Heroes is on second. On third would be Castilla. Ramos on first after the walk, and that's a swing and a miss, 0-2. Very, very interesting setup. Again, bases loaded. Fernando Gonzalez up. He's 2 for 4 on the day. A 4-3 ground out, a double, a strikeout, and a walk. And that is a strikeout looking on the outside corner. Oh, wow. 2 outs now. The announcers are even saying the strike zone is wide. All right, that's gonna bring up right. He ended up having to take over for Munoz after he hurt his leg. His calf looks like, as that's ball one on the outside. So getting his first at bat of the day, I believe. Joshua Wright. All right, the 1-0, bases loaded, top of the 10th inning. And that's going to be chopped foul, 1-1. First and second, nobody outs to start extra innings. They are not playing around here. All right, the 1-1 pitch. And that's going to be a chopper. The third baseman grabs it, gets rid of it quickly, and outs. They leave the bases loaded. I think they're going to replay replay it over at first. Yeah, you got to challenge this. You got to challenge it. I mean, it's really the game at this point. So you got a 5-3. 5-3 ground out is what it looked like, but again, the camera angles in this whole thing are so bad that it's very, very difficult. Oh yeah, he's out. Ooh, there. Yeah, he brought his foot off, but it was after he had already caught it. So I believe he's out. We'll wait for the official. I love the Spanish yelling in the back. No, he should be out. We should have Clementina on second, and then Charlene Shoop on first. If this holds. Oh yeah, he's out. All right, he is out. That means we will go to the bottom of the 10th. Again, I only have 9 innings on my little score chart thingy, so unfortunately, I'm just going to end up having to throw this wherever it goes. But yeah. I guess if Netherlands gets a run, we can throw it on the... it doesn't really matter. Nobody cares. Alright. I'm still trying to figure out exactly who's doing what. So, big... You know, you lead off first and second. You start with first and second and nobody outs in these extra innings. And then you walk the first batter to put a runner 90 feet from the go-ahead run. And yeah, and then you get a fly out. They don't go. I can't believe they didn't go there. And then a strikeout and a ground out to end the inning. Leaves the bases loaded. Man, but Clementina will lead the bottom of the 10th at second base, and then Charlene Shoop should be at second. Or sorry, should be at first, and Helder will lead things off for the Netherlands here in the bottom of the 10th. Cannot believe first and second, nobody out. Like I was upset about the runner on second, and now then you find out it's runners on first and second with nobody out to start the extra innings. Like they want these games over with. They do not want extra innings. So, all right, Baldonado still out there for Panama. And walked his first batter through 6 straight balls, and then ended up with 2 strikeouts. All right, so Helder will step in, I guess. Number 2? Nope. Salasa. So Salasa took over on the bases for Helder after his single, and looks at ball 1. Six. You got to attack this runner, or this pitcher. And that's in the dirt. 2-0. Salasa. As Netherlands tries to complete the comeback, they were down 7-2 at one point, took the lead 8-7, but gave up a solo shot in the top of the 9th. Panama had the bases loaded with nobody out and couldn't score, and that's in there for a strike. 2-1. Love the fact that you got runners on first and second, nobody out, and they're still not bunting. It is fantastic to see, but it would actually be a good idea here to bunt. And that's misses inside. 3-1. Are we gonna have a replay of the top half of the inning? Richardson on deck is not a guy that you want on deck. All right, here comes the 3-1 pitch. Salasa is on first at bats of the day. Again, he took over as a pinch runner. And that's going to be a chopper. That is difficult, and that's going to be an infield single. And that is going to load the bases for Richardson. Richardson, solo shots, an RBI double, another double. He had an outfield assist, and he is the right fielder that they did not try to run on in the last inning. So, as far as striking out, I don't have any offensive numbers for most of these guys, as I just didn't quite have time. All right, here we go. And that's in there for a strike. And a swing and falling down 0-2. He was trying to give his team a 12-run, 12-4 victory whenever it's not needed. As he seems to have hurt himself as the trainers are now coming out. They've already, Panama's already lost one guy, Munoz, to a cramp. Is that going to happen again? As Richardson walks Walks off. He gets some a little bit of a drink. These guys need to. I wonder how when they got there, as it's possible that they got there kind of late. So they're drinking. At least now they're drinking. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Ball one, 1-2. Again, bases loaded here. Bottom of the 10th. 8-8 game. And the 1-2 in there for a strike. Strikes him out looking, and one away. This is ridiculous, guys. All right, so we've got that's bringing up Kemp. I thought it was Kemp, but apparently it is not. It is now. No, it is Kemp. But that's not Kemp's number. Kemp is not number 20. Kemp is not number 20. Kemp is number 7. This is not Kemp. This is, I don't know, Rushington Thoms Johnson? Tom Johnson? The broadcast is not correct. They did not do their homework. I did. All right, the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and that's 2 down. Again, Tom Johnson. I don't know how to spell it. Tom Jones. All right, that's gonna bring up old Ryan Patrick Ditter. 2 outs or grounds. That's 1 foul, and it's 0-2, 0-1. RBI single came up with the single to give the Netherlands the lead back in the 8th inning. 1 for 3 on the day. Walked in his first at-bats, flew out to center, a 6-4-3 ground out, and an RBI single. Bases loaded here, 0-1 count. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Baldonado gave up an infield single to the first batter to load the bases here in the bottom of the 10th. Then struck out Richardson looking, struck out Tom Johnson swinging, and it's 0-2 now. And here comes the pitch, 0-2. That's going to be a little bloop. And it's going to drop, and that will be the game as the Netherlands walks it off in the bottom of the 10th. Ditter with a RBI single to give them the lead in the 8th. Then another RBI single to give them the win in the bottom of the 10th. first game of this whole entire this whole championship thing, this premiere is a game, ladies and gentlemen. It is a game, and again, I do not have more innings. I only have 9 innings on my little sheets, but it doesn't really matter. As wow, yeah, I mean, Baldonado not able to get that third strikeout, the 0-2 pitch, as the 15th hit for the Netherlands gives them the game winner. Both teams had plenty of opportunities to score, plenty of opportunities to get runs. They just could not come up with the hit that they needed. Yeah, Panama in the top of the 10th there, they had the bases loaded after the walk. Again, you starting runners on first and second with nobody out in the extra innings here in this Premier 12. You walk them and end up with the bases loaded. You have a fly ball to right field, but you don't send your guy. So, but that'll be it for me. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to be bringing you the next game, which is Puerto Rico versus the U.S. There is another stream, so you'll need to this stream will end and you'll have to join the other stream, and then again there's a stream for every single game that I will be broadcasting, so that we don't get too much going on in one stream. But thank you guys for tuning in. I will be back in 30 minutes.